I think Aristotle also helped me look at least trend line type of like just zooming out more and like just seeing it in a basic form.
Dude, I forgot to say that trend trading for dummies and swing trading for dummies that I'm reading, dude, Aristotle got all his shit from these fucking books.
What the fuck? That's
All
crazy.
every every indicator that he uses are in these books, down to pivot lines, stochastic, MACD, VWAP, all that shit. I was tripping out.
That's crazy.
I think he for sure read these books.
Uh, this is my chart. Did you take trades this day, Eloy?
This is yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I took a small loss. The thing that got me hyped on this one is it was only a $13 loss.
Hey, that's progress.
Yeah, dude.
Where?
I took it at a 704. I went short at 61.38. I do have my screenshot for this. Hold on, let me pull it up. So let me read my notes here. I think it could have gone in my favor, but yesterday, the thing that stood out to me the most is understanding why low volume is not a good day to trade. Because I don't know if you saw, Gabe, but like at the open, it was under 20K throughout like the first hour.
I turned it on after I came back from the clinic, and I was like, damn, this shit's not doing nothing.
Like I felt like some of my analysis could have been correct, but then it was more like to me, I was like, this is why you don't trade with low volume because there's no interest at the area we're at. And even though I felt the area we're at has some importance, like maybe it was I'm opening up the other chart, but maybe it was a key zone, but because it was low volume, like your key zone's not going to matter right now. Like maybe the rest of the market isn't as enticed as you are, Evo.
There's something that Carmine stresses, and it's called VVM, volume, volatility, and momentum. If none of that's there, then don't trade. Just FYI.
Is that something we can read? Or what was it
No,
exactly?
VVM is just short for volume, volatility, and momentum. And Carmine says if those three aren't there, then don't take a trade. It's probably not going to be a good trading day.
Well,
So if volume
volatility.
is under 20K, that's okay. There's not really much value. And then if volatility's not there, which is like the swing of seeing the market like get some momentum where it's a slow tape, for example, then that's another thing that's not there. And then momentum is the actual direction. Like, is it going somewhere or is it just like chopping in a zone? So those are the three things. Like, use it as a checklist. If those three things aren't there, then it's not a trading day.
And you'll hear Carmine say it in some of his videos. Just gotta look out for it.
But even on, I remember this was your. Oh no, that's great.
It was
I think I
in,
put.
and it was in a supply zone for me. There was some buying
Did you
outliers.
have this? Did you have this supply zone 6127 or was it the 2 hour?
I had but multiple in that zone. It was annoying, bro. Because yeah, like that 61.27 was like I counted it. It was like how many points of a fucking box? Like 20 point.
Like 20.
And even throughout the day, I was like, should I even keep this? I think the box is done for because I had a 1 hour in there at 61.41 as well.
I think I did see that 1 hour, but the 2 hour, I was like, it may hit that one.
There
first.
was two 1 hours in there. There was a 61.37 and a 61.41. And so
Yeah, I think that's why I just went with the 2 hour.
I was very bearish, which is why I was like, I think the context makes sense here, and at least I'm gonna attempt to take a trade in a key zone, which obviously lately I've been like trying to trade outside of the zones, and so I was bearish with my plan, And I think that's when volume stood out to me importantly. I was like, oh, you know what? This is where volume fucks you up. Because then we were just consolidating within like a tight range.
I can tell you right now that Friday's high and Friday's low is gonna be key for a breakout for a long or a short, unless it breaks above during overnight or below. But somehow this
Um,
consolidation is gonna play a key for sure.
yeah, I want that 6109 retest. 2 hours, man.
Yep.
This was your the thing you were trying to trade here, huh? Eloy, the 6138 outlier.
Yeah.
And I remember I explained to you I would want it to have that. I mean, you could call this a pop still, it's just going down, or like that push away from the outlier, and then a retest of it to enter. Whereas you just took it as it was breaking under, right?
It broke under, but then it came back up to the outlier, which is like, oh, I was gonna retry that outlier. But then when I once again looked at like it only pulled back within like 5 points, and to me that wasn't significant. At least the way you explained it, it made more sense.
I already have it right here, actually. Uh, so this is that outlier 6139, 6138. Right here it shows 700, but it was larger. Um, entered at what time?
7:04:17. So it consolidates right here. I think I sent a message on the chat saying, "Oh, it's consolidating. Look at this range." And then I was waiting for a small break of the buying outlier, which it did right there, and then it pulled back right there, and then that's when I got in. But then it just kept going up.
704.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
See how here there isn't any sign of selling?
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it was like pausing here, but to say like it was coming down, I wouldn't have. I do see what you were trying, the retest. It does make sense, but the fact that it wasn't really, that's where you got to be a little patient with the retest. It seems like you just seen a little slight down pressure here and you entered rather than like actually seeing like that like kind of push down begin to happen.
That's exactly what I did on Monday for the loss.
Mm.
I didn't wait for the
And then again, just contextually, volume, volatility, momentum wasn't really there. So I'm trying to find my chart here. 6138, 704. Another thing you could have like considered in this case was, let's see, that's 6138. Was that, you know how you said there was consolidation here? You would have, you could have waited for a break to happen under this 6138, and then you keep your stop at 41. That's still 3 points, whereas you got in like 704, like as it was inside consolidation. You could have waited for it to like come down here almost, because then that shows there's some rejection, and then you still have a 3 point stop, so it would be a better probability rather than just boom, it popped into it. Let me take it short.
Yeah, that's definitely the takeaway for this week.
That's all I have. I didn't take any trades this day. I just didn't like how big my supply zone was, and it just felt very slow. And you also had pointed out that there was no volume, which I wasn't even paying attention to. But once you pointed it out, I was like, "Oh shit, he's right." And then also, I had 1, 2 days back to back, and I was like, "I'm not gonna put those profits at risk here just because I want to take a winner."
And when you guys,
That's one thing I'm gonna be very cautious about moving forward is if I win 2 days back to back, and especially going into a Friday, like I may just not trade that Friday because like I feel like I'll be more antsy to take a winner and just be in my head because I won all week.
I think I'm gonna do that rule too. I think that's a good rule.
Yeah. I feel like my emotions change when I'm green.
Yeah, for sure.
you feel like a god.
Hell yeah, I
What?
made $8 peasant.
I was gonna say, ask when you
um,
guys open your book map. For me lately, it doesn't immediately take me to the configuration of ESH5 CME or whatever. I have to go to settings, or I forget which one it is, and then click all the boxes to open that. And then even though I click all the boxes, it'll have the little tab pull up the ESH5, but it doesn't show any of the bubbles. And then I have to go back into settings and then unclick book map, and not unclick, but then no, I have to go to. It's a complicated thing I'm explaining, but like go to settings.
Like you
this
open it
is
and
the
then there's no data.
Yeah, I open it and like there's not even any little tab with the ESMH thing. Like I have to it's like a little plus. I have to open
You
it
have to
like
go.
brand new every time.
Oh, that fucking
do you have
sucks.
your
What the hell?
workspace saved?
Yeah, I save it like a gang of times throughout the day. And before I never it was normal. Like I don't know why it's doing that now, but because you're on file, go to settings. Oh, it's not showing. I guess what I'm used to seeing, but
It's because I'm on replay mode.
oh, that's right. I think it's settings. So and then something pops up, and I have to open. I have to click three boxes, which is bookmap, rhythmic, and I forget what the third option is. And just because I do that, it doesn't do anything. It just lets me know that I'm about to open that, and then I have to go back to that plus, the little plus thing, because I got to open up a tab, and then when I open up the plus, I have to change it from bookmap to rhythmic, and then that's when it'll
Do
finally
you
open
have
up.
this checked off?
Oh, let me check.
Load previously opened workspace?
That's gonna be annoying if I don't.
I hope you do, because that's all I could think
Damn, I didn't have it. All right, we're back.
of.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep, I'm opening it. Oh, I gotta. Oh, yep, it came perfect. I'm out. Sick.
Um, but yeah, I think maybe drawing trend lines, like just the most basic, like don't go into smaller time frames other than a daily and a 4 hour, can start to help guide you in like understanding where the market is going.
Just
Because if you
remember.
have this, go ahead.
Go for it. Oh well, I was gonna say, just remember the higher time frames, the daily the trend lines are stronger than the 5 minute trend lines.
Yeah.
So if price on the 5 minute heads towards a daily trend, then that trend is higher probability for the 5 minute chart to bounce off of,
Hold
and
up.
you can
I
use that.
just realized I'm not showing this.
You can use that as market context.
So this is on the 4 hour, but I created the the fucking trend lines on the daily, and then when I got into the 4 hour, it still makes sense. If you zoom out, boom, 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 slightly, and then resistance, resistance, resistance. So the fact that I have a demand zone and the demand zone is a key level also, uh, aligned with the trend line, like let me just make this solid already because it's important. Like that tells us that oh, this is NQ, but even NQ right here has a 4 hour supply, so there's potential that the market does push a little higher and ekes out of the trend line here on ES. Like that is a possibility also. And also keep in mind, SPY is making new highs already.
Dude, that Trend Trading for Dummies book explains this whole thing. So just really get that book.
Would you buy it online or you just ordered it?
I ordered it on Amazon. It's like 400 or 300 pages. It's fucking long, but
There better be pop-ups and pictures, Gabe. That's all I got to say.
yeah,
How much?
there's pictures on it, and even they also have sections where they tell you how to analyze the market, and then they'll give you a chart, and then they'll tell you before you read on, analyze this chart, and then compare your results to the results I'm about to give you. So they like test you too for market context. But you have to study it though. You can't you know what I mean? You gotta give a little bit of time to read a chapter a day at least.
Mhm.
Or something.
Nah, I'm interested in a book. It's been a while for a book for me. Like I just been doing video studying, but the last books I read, Eric gave them to me like 3 years ago, and it was the Trading in the Zone and then Trading Coach.
Oh yeah, those are good books. That's
And
more for like psychology though, isn't it?
yeah, but
Yeah.
like it was important for me to read those books to even attempt becoming a day trader. And now I'm like, I need to start reading day trading books, like more not the psychology stuff, the
Yeah,
analytics.
I would say start with that one. It gives the basics and it's really helpful. And it'll tell you too, like longer term trend lines are stronger than shorter term trend lines. So if the 5 minute goes into a daily trend, it's more likely to respect it.
Yes, sir. I'm just fucking around with the SPY right now. Uh, Same trend line. It's holding this 3 hour demand that aligns with previous Friday's high. But yeah, it may break.
We're on a book. We're on Booknight reviews after hours, bro. So talk to me about your shrooms trip.
Dude, where are we
Sweet.
going? True.
Oh, shroom trip. Shit. I don't know. Just go on a journey. I told you, you're gonna feel like a little kid again. We should take our skateboards.
Damn.
Dude, imagine. Dude, I'm
Yeah.
gonna skate into traffic. You're crazy.
How about Venice?
Damn, y'all are about to bounce. Don't drive, bro. I mean, after for a while.
Damn. Venice though, that's so far.
Any beach is gonna be far.
Venice isn't Venice burnt up? Didn't LA get burnt?
It looks good. Um, I don't know about that spot.
That would be the
I don't
trip
think
right
that
there.
spot did. Well, fucking, I need to charge my car. So,
Come over,
Well,
bro.
I still need to work out and all that shit. So
Yeah, I'm about to do that. I was gonna say, in regards to like, obviously we're not an accountability team. I don't know if y'all heard of that term, but I learned about it from an EYL. But and not that you guys are holding me accountable, but I did
no, that's
work.
what this whole Discord is about. That's the whole point of this Discord is accountability.
Yeah, well, then for sure, then I appreciate that. But what I was gonna like it's cool that we see it that way. We just never said that's what it is, but that's how I see it. But what I was gonna say is I started running on Monday, and like it was a run and then a little like push ups and squat workout afterwards. And like to me, this you guys, I know you guys work out a lot more, but I'm on 5 days in a row, and I'm about to do 6 days after we get off of this. And I've never
Good.
done more than 2 or 3 days.
Hey man, this is the discipline. You're just getting disciplined.
New
It's
highs.
crazy because trading, dude, it really messes with your mind. It really messes with the way you see like how to go about doing things and how setting your priorities are like the most important things. It's kind of crazy
It has like
how it
changed
comes.
my life. Like I don't just look at the
Yeah,
market for the market. Like the things that I learned day trading, I apply it to my regular life stuff.
yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, we're all on the right track. We all are. We're just, I mean, it's gonna take some time, just like anything.
Just oh shit. I just realized Spy has this trend line down here now that it needs to come back and possibly retest, which kind of looks like the NQ. Yep. That's weird that ES doesn't have it. That's interesting. So yeah, say ES pulls back to this
But
2 hour
it,
demand.
it does though,
What?
because Dylan put a trend line at the top of that red wick. Yeah, right there,
Oh,
and that was from Dylan.
oh, oh. Now that this is way too
XRP
much for
XRP was
my.
climbing a little bit yesterday.
I know, I saw that. Why?
I see that.
It's doing me a favor.
Oh, cause I thought I seen some news on it. I don't remember actually. Forgive me for saying oh, cause
And it's exactly at a previous resistance, but it's above it by like two
Thanks.
cents.
Are you talking about a trend line?
No, I'm looking at my Robinhood, and I went to the 3 month on XRP, and if you look like on December 2nd, 273 was a resistance, and then it came back down. It broke it by a lot eventually, but then it went back under, and then right now it's at that previous resistance.
Uh,
Like I'm just looking at it the way we look at these like market context, where I'm like, yeah, it broke it already, but it's currently at that price right now, which gives it like some significance.
yeah,
I don't see what you're saying.
On what?
December 2nd.
Oh yeah, look at the go zoom back a little bit, like that previous high. Not that high, but like like right there. That's December 2nd. This
You
XRP,
said it
right?
was holding above, didn't you?
Well, at least on Bookmap, I mean, on not Book, on Robinhood, it shows that it's at 275 right now. And when I looked at that high of December 2nd, it was 273. But you know, Robinhood doesn't have like the exact prices. Sometimes it's
Oh,
oh yeah,
oh,
my
this one. It's between this zone here.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what altcoins are up to.
XRP is not an altcoin, bro. It's the future.
He also said he was on a he was on a 3 month too.
Oh, I'm on the daily.
Exactly, Cyclone. I'm on a 3 month, but I'm not on a candlestick. I'm just looking at the line graph.
He's on Robinhood charting. Um,
Visual trend lines.
oh, there's Nvidia finally getting some momentum to the upside. Uh, in what's his name? Dylan's video, he did say Tesla had an influence on the market rallying last week or pushing up higher this past week. But yeah, I don't have much else here. Bitcoin here, what is it doing? Still just consolidating. in that zone. I want to pull. I think it'll come back to 88, dude.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to 73.
It's
Damn.
either gonna come back here or this is gonna play key
Yeah, it's the
92 if it
lows
wants
of
to keep making
consolidation.
higher highs. I mean higher lows.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it made one here, it made one here, and then if it holds just at this here and pops, then we could start seeing some upside. But yeah, I do see it pulling back a little more.
What I think is we need a catalyst, like a bad news thing, to make it drop to 73.
Um,
Because Elon
yeah,
Musk
what
and
could
Trump
that be?
alone are so much volatility. I could see them moving the market so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, see where that goes. You ready?
Oh yeah.
That's all I got for today.
All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all trip.
Oh, what are you guys working on next week?
Oh, market context, market context, market context, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But I'm reading what notes
For
I wrote.
me, go.
That's it. And like, yeah, I'm reading my notes, and that's like the thing that stood out to me. Market context, like significant like pullbacks or retests, like not just immediately upon a retest. Like I'm understanding
Mm.
what you mean by like you have to wait. Like don't just enter at the immediate retest. You have to see how it reacts at the retest. But then also the reason I need to slow my mind down when it gets to the retest is because then I'm like, well, where do I set my stop? And yeah, I just got to be more slow
Say
to
that again.
because it's like it gets back to retesting the outlier. Obviously, I have to see what it does at the outlier, and then if it shows that it is going to go down, to me, it's kind of like, damn, like my original entry would have had a lot less risk, but now that I see it is going down, I have to like adjust where my stop's going to be so that I don't have too many points, risk too many points. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Well,
that makes
say it does pull back to your outlier and the it doesn't hold long and instead it's gonna keep falling, you still would want to see it push down and then pop up and still go and retest that outlier. Just because it's breaking uh your key level, your outlier, breaking through your outlier, I wouldn't say just short it. Um, you still want to see it like break and hold under the outlier now, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah. I see, and that's what I'm saying. Like I have to wait a little bit more, and then not freak out of like, oh, here's my
Oh
move,
yeah.
here's my move. Where do I set my stop? Because my original, if I'm going to keep the same stop, but and then I'm entering when the move is showing me that it's going to go in my favor, then my stop is going to be more points now, like to risk.
Well, if your
I'm a
entry
little
is at a
lost.
key is your if your entry is at a key zone, like at a key line, then anything under that, because the key zone is there to prevent price from breaking down significantly. So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have to see the trade, is
Also, just do your best to keep like a 3 to 4 point stop max. Like if the wick is if your consolidate, I mean, if your demand zone is past the bottom of your demand zone is past 4 points, like it could work sometimes because I've seen Carmine use 6 point stops, but for us with little accounts, it's not worth it to even try that setup. So I would just keep like say the wick is 6 points away and you're trying it long, I would just say like try to find some consolidation or something there that's about 3 to 4 points to make sense on why you're putting your stop there. But just at least try max 4 points.
that goes back to reviewing your trades too. You can see where you can put your stop better if you got stopped out.
Yeah, true, true.
Mm, that's right. That's
Um,
true.
but for me, it's just market context, same. Still focusing on the structure, what Gabriel was talking about last week. Um, Paying attention to the strength and weakness of NQ and ES, And then for price action, it's just remembering that an outlier is going to appear. I need to wait for a pop to happen or a push away from the outlier, a pullback, and then I want to see it hold and just make sure that outlier makes sense context based on context.
Yes, exactly.
Sick.
And not get emotional. I haven't been as emotional, but still there's times where especially when like you guys enter a trade, I struggle with that sometimes.
You get jealous or what?
Yeah, I want to make money too. Um, that's it for me though.
Sick.
All right, sounds good.
Jody.
All right, good. All right, guys, peace out.
I was gonna say, be careful on your
Peace.
guys' trip, man. Don't drive for like the next 4 hours if you're gonna.
I don't want to
It's
go
a
that
journey,
far to
baby.
Venice. That's crazy.
Wherever y'all
I'll hit you
go,
up.
just don't drive
Yeah,
for
just
a
hit me
while.
up.
All right,
All right, peace
All
out,
right,
peace.
guys.
peace.
See ya.